In this video, I built the Going Merry ship from One Piece in Minecraft. If you go on to enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. If you are interested, all of my builds are available on my Patreon, link in the description. Now on with the video. To start this build, I first had to get the size and shape of the boat down. This was the most important step in the build, as this would determine the scale and how everything else would be built. Now, I don't often build big pirate ships or even boats in general in Minecraft, so this ended up being quite a challenging build for me, but it was pretty fun nonetheless. But once the rough shape of the boat was complete, I could then begin adding in some details like the railings and the curves at the front. I tried to make the sheep head next, which took many attempts to get it looking the way I was happy with in the end. However, after I added in a few more details such as the cannon and the black strip going around the boat, I then moved on to smoothing out the actual shape of the boat so that it wasn't so blocky, if you get what I mean. I also quickly built the rudder at the back of the ship. It was a little difficult to get the shape right, but I think it looks good. But after that was done, I then went to work on the deck, where I first built the cabin section, which I had a little trouble with trying to get it positioned correctly. Although after I figured that out, I then added in the rest of the railings and the stairs. Whilst all that was pretty easy and quick to build, next up was the main sail, which was anything but. I pillared up a bit, and once I felt the height was looking good, I built outwards to get the width of the sail. Oh, I should also mention, if you're wondering how I mirror everything, so I only have to build one side, it's because I'm using the Axiom mod, which allows you to do that and much more when building in creative and stuff. Anyway, back onto the build. After I had the outline for the sail, I just had to fill it in, making sure to try and match the curves of the sail. It was pretty simple to build the Jolly Roger in the middle after the sail itself was built though. So then I built the smaller Jolly Roger flag at the top of the mast, after which I added a bit more detail to the mast and added in the ropes holding it up. It's always a little challenging working with fences like this, especially when you're trying to make it look good and natural with the rest of the build. I don't know if you guys know or not, but season 2 of the One Piece live action releases pretty soon, and I'm quite excited for it. Now, I haven't actually watched the anime yet, but I enjoyed the live action so far, so I'm planning to start it after I finish season 2. Hopefully it's as good as I've heard it is. Alright, enough yapping from me. Next up was the sail at the back of the ship. This one was even more difficult to build than the first one. Although the smaller size was a great help, I started it the same way as the previous sail. Once it was all outlined and then filled in, I went over it with the red concrete to match the colours. I also changed out the white concrete for stripped birch, as I felt it more closely matched how it looks in the anime. However, now there is only 4 things left to do, so let's finish this up quick. Starting with the anchor attached on the side here, this was a challenge to get the angle to look correct. Second is the orange trees on top of the cabin. I just used azalea leaves with a sprinkle of jungle leaves to create this. Third, I had to add in the detail to the second mast, which I forgot earlier on. Fourth, and finally, I just had to move the entire thing down into the water, which probably isn't deep enough, but I can't really change that now, so it'll have to do. And with all that, the build this week is complete. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like this in the future, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, special thanks to all of my wonderful supporters on Patreon, which is where you can find all of my builds, including this one, with down in the description. Now I'll leave you with some awesome shots of the ship. See you in the next one, gamers. Goodbye.